Hello and welcome to Danganronpa V3. In the last episode we did the investigation for chapter 3 and someone else actually died. Both of the worst girls are dead, which makes me happy. We'll find out the killer in the next episode because the trials always take 2 episodes, so let's get started then. Right. Skills. Let's check this. We have 7 points to spend. Do we want to do anything here? Are there any new skills we can get, like? Silences all conversations and those theoreticals on. Yeah, that could work. Keyword in the first speaker's argument will show up from the start. That was an issue I had, yeah. I don't know if that's too important. Grease the mail letter cubes can be acquired at once. Wasn't too much of an issue last time. I guess we'll find out if it is now. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. That was an issue before I learned what I was actually supposed to do, but I think I'm gonna get that one. I think I'm gonna get this one. Is there anything else? Attention. Armament. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with this one. We don't have enough points for another one unless we won't go for one of those. 2-point ones. Like these. I don't know if either of those are ones I want. So I guess that'll be it. Change difficulty. Oh yeah, I set it to a kind last time, remember? I'm gonna change that now. Back to normal for us. Let's hope I don't suck too much at it. Anyways, begin class trial. Here we go.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
As usual.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
Yeah,
Because of
ghost
Monokuma's
stuff.
disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it?
She really wants to
Killed
know.
Angie and Tenko.
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
Yeah.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Please.
What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Alright, what do we got to dispute this? File, injury, FG's, Necronomicon.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
Oh, why? Wrong button.
So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected?
I don't think it did. I don't think it did work.
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back.
Yeah, she did say Rantaro.
Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please.
Please, stop it!
Yeah.
This
Open the file. No other injuries. Jeez. Burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Yeah, that's it. Because the Necronomicon wasn't burned. That's the proof that the ritual wasn't done.
Killed 2 of our classmates.
No! So, ritual...
Yeah, my way.
Who was resurrected?
Okay, speeding through this then. Her voice is great in sped up mode.
So...
Who was resurrected?
This is going very well to start us off. Very great start.
This crime...
Ritual did work?
There you go.
That's wrong!
Thank you.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Exactly. Monoxide poisoning.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure.
What do you got to say about that?
You can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Bears never lie.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible!
Why did Monotaro jump in the background there?
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
Yeah.
If
This doesn't seem to have any bearing.
Culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
Step
aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
What? Why?
Don't play dumb with me, Creepshow. I already know what happened.
Tell us. Oh, we're going into a debate here. Front door, back door, lockpicking,
The
and
culprit used a
Smokey's account.
katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But
Why?
anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
What
You were the
fell off
only
there?
one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
That's what I
did
want
not
to do.
care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in,
Broken.
murdered
Okay.
the fuck out of Angie.
That's gonna be one of the doors.
I'm a fucking genius!
Let me examine this. Door, the lockpicking, yeah. Where's account? It's up here. She will not unlock the door unless someone from the student council asked her to. Yeah, it's probably that. It'd have to be something that would account for
The culprit used
both
a
of the
katana
doors
to
at the same
kill Angie.
time, wouldn't it?
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But
Anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it, you shitty worm. You went to the
Classroom broken.
What?
and murdered
Oh,
the fuck out of
moved.
Angie.
Yep. That's always fun. I guess that's kind of a good sign, because, you know,
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
the spots that move
So that rusty katana
in
was the
weird
murder
ways.
weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
Usually a good sign that they're the ones you have to aim for.
Just admit it, you shitty worm. You went to the classroom.
Broken.
That's wrong!
Yes.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
Yeah.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, how clever.
Ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
Are you sure about
I
that?
trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Still a bit iffy on that.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
Totally.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Perhaps the culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Bit less
Hey,
confident
stick up
about
for
you.
me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Please don't.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
Getting into one of these. Oh boy.
I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Gonta
I'm not the
culprit.
culprit.
Not the culprit.
You're plainly not the culprit. I just got that. What do we got? Backdoor, lockpicking, Necronomicon, the count.
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student council.
Student council.
Mm-hmm.
That's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not
can't
just
be the
anyone could
culprit.
open that door.
Why?
Only student council members had access.
Student council members access.
Look, I don't know who the culprit
I didn't know
is,
robots told such boring lies.
but it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark? We must...
Examine the data. Handle the sign that moves the slightest touch, something golden shines in the hell. I don't think it's that one. Right. Lock and unlock the front door with lockpicking skills. I think it's that one. I think it's that one on what Kokichi himself said.
Consider other possibilities.
Sure, there must be suspects outside of the student council.
And
That's
it's
possible.
for last night.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone could open
culprit.
that door.
Why?
Only student council.
Wait, I missed that. Yeah.
I heard it! No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
Yeah, totally.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Yeah, no. No, if you're confessing, no.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
Yeah, totally.
What?
Yeah, totally. I don't
What are
know.
you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think.
Maybe. Right.
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
What does it make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
Door the culprit locked last. Both doors. He locked both doors last. I don't remember this one actually. Okay, no. Yeah, no.
Damn it!
It must have been the back door. You have both doors. Okay.
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
Okay, yeah, the sword. Katana. Right. Oh, we're gonna do a bit of this here. Yeah, it was that. That button was this. Okay, it wouldn't have been the sickle, wouldn't it? Do we have to expose the whole thing there? Oh, that's the sheath of the thing there.
I see it!
Yeah.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
Yeah.
That evidence rings a bell.
Yeah. It certainly does. I have pointed that out before.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Yeah.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
Mm-hmm.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Taxi. Ooh. Go over the controls for the skin. I'm trying to remember the controls now. Okay, accelerate is left click, okay. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha now. Well, this time there are the cars in the road. They weren't there last time. So I remember it mentioning those. Okay. What turned the handle of the sliding lock? Thinking time! Oh yes, thinking time. Love this. Was it the katana's hill, or would that be incorrect now? Okay, yeah. Wasn't the effigy's hand. The effigy's hand is gonna be used for something else now, is it? Out here now. It's a free lane. I don't think this was free lane before. Did we do the last Psyche Taxi when it was on easy? Wait, no, it's not even free. It's 2 lane. There's a bit of a... Oh, that's a turn. I'm getting too close to the road there. I passed 1. I passed 2. Too fast near the corner. Okay. What was done to make the katana turn lock? Thinking time. What was done to make the katana turn the lock? What do we got? Katana was stabbed into the effigy. Sliding lock was tampered with. Yeah. What reason would there for it to be stabbed into the effigy? That's what I was thinking here. Too close to the side and missed like 4. Can you stop doing that? Should be good after this then. Okay, we're on the side of the road there, okay. How is the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? Oh. Okay. Got free on us this time. Nope. Okay. Swinging it, so they would swing it to one side, right? And it would have, and the end of it would have hit the thing.
It connects. That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right.
Yeah.
If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock.
And thus
Right.
was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using an
Okay.
effigy with a katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I think everything is their fault.
In any case, the culprit probably used a murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony.
Right.
That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have hit the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Do you expect anything else from him?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I
Didn't work,
claimed to be
obviously.
the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Yeah, good job, Shuichi. Great.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Nice.
Okay, I'll start right now.
In front of everyone?
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Great. Great dialogue.
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Ooh. Ooh.
Cum dumpster!
Ooh.
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Oh boy.
What should we talk about now?
Yeah, exactly my reaction. Exactly my reaction.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab.
Right.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council.
Yeah, I'm still not
Doesn't
ruling her
matter if
out.
she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
I can agree with you on that one.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
I know.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
That, yeah. Just get on with it and ignore Kokichi.
Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
Of course Tsumugi's gonna react like
I
that.
agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect, Rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting...
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know.
Yeah.
So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim.
That's the important one.
We gotta figure out who killed Angie.
If Tenko's was different murder, doesn't matter, as Monokuma said.
Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless! Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Yumiko actually, being empathetic with Tenko, and it's a bit too late for that. Could have done this while we could have done this while she was still alive and was caring about you, and you didn't like give two shits.
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive.
I said exactly that. I said exactly that. Oh, great.
But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her.
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Yeah, but Angie's matters more, because that's the one whose murder we have to find.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is... Death Curse!
Yeah, don't want anyone to die.
Suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too.
Can we solve Angie's first? Is that still not a thing?
Died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
I still have a feeling that it's both of them were murdered by the same person.
Friend. Gonta want to know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever.
Fair enough.
Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
I love Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh?
Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, maybe.
So what are we talking about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Tancrotch?
Oh yeah, Kibo was the one who was going to go, yeah. I don't remember very well, wasn't Kaito on it, right? Kaito wasn't there because he was the scare ghosts.
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprit!
Oh, Himiko's still...
Yeah, totally.
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
Back on him again.
I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Ooh. Totally.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance.
Mm-hmm.
The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
It was, floorboard. Oh no. Okay, yeah. That's covered by the grate, though, right? Where am I supposed to select? I don't see anywhere to select here. Time up. That's a is that automatically failure? Okay, no. That is just a loss of the gauge. I don't see anywhere to click. I don't see anywhere else to click here. Oh. What's this? I saw it do something there. What's this?
There!
Yeah.
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through.
Yeah.
There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
That's what I was thinking of there.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Yes? Oh, getting into Debate. Alright. What we got? The child, loose floorboard. Keep a flashlight, hole in the center.
During the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Of course you were the one.
Hold on a second.
Okay, child. Something. Okay, I don't think it's that. Flashlight function. It's not loose during before the seance. There was dried on the bottom part of the floorboard. What was the other thing? Hole in the corner. Okay. Space on the floor so you can see what's dropped there. I'm not sure about this one. Did I miss something here? Because it's quite long. Yeah, it would be this. And then there was no. Would there have been a? When he lifted the floorboard, we would have seen the light would have been seen. Correct?
The culprit sneaked in during...
Would the light have... Wouldn't the light have been... I feel like I'm not sure about this one, but I'm thinking maybe the light would have been seen when the floorboard was lifted. Okay, I would assume that, yeah.
the seance.
That's the only thing I can think of, Aldous.
Under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light?
I don't know.
Candle?
I mean Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
I don't know. Kibo could use that flashlight to get under the floor. It's not loose. Hole in the corner. Space in the floor so you can see what was dropped there. I don't know about this one. I don't know what to use here. Wouldn't the candle? The candle was never a part of this. Because the light would have been visible at some point. That's the only thing I can think of here that would contradict this. But they are contradicting that in the thing itself, saying that it happened under the floor and that's it. It's not loose before the seance. Yeah. Ah, God, this one confuses me.
And sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said, hold on a second!
Use the robot functions to commit.
Hold on a second!
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I don't know.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight. Huh?
Kibo could have used that function
To get under the floor.
And no. Okay.
Damn it!
This one I'm confused about. Really
The
am.
culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling.
I don't think the flashlight function. Does that say anything specifically? He can emit a blinding light from his eyes. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't think going to saying something about the candle has much to do about it, since there's nothing about the candle in the bullets that you have equipped. I'm pretty confident it's what Mew said that we have to
But it was pitch black during the seance.
do the thing with.
How could they even see if they were under the floor? Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Well, I don't know about this, so I'm just gonna try stuff.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the
Floor.
Stay in the wall then? But
Damn it!
no. This one
The culprit
confuses
sneaked
me.
in during the seance. By
Crawling under the floor. Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
You
See, our villain had a light. Light? You mean candle?
I
mean Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get
Under the
floor.
Okay, now I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. No clue whatsoever. I need something better here.
sneaked in during the
I need better descriptions of the truth bullets. See, our villain had a light. What's the thing? We say there. So it can see what was dropped there. But it doesn't mention what was dropped there. That's the thing. Function that Mew had at Kibo. What did Mew say exactly was what he could do with the function?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light. Light? You mean candle?
I
mean Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under
the floor.
It's nothing on that one. Okay, then.
Oh no!
Seriously, I have no clue whatsoever at all about this one. You see, our villain had a light. I have, said enough, I have literally no clue about this one. keep needing to reread this now.
By crawling under the floor. Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our
What?
Light? You mean candle?
Great. Okay. We're running out of time here. Hopefully that means we automatically fail so that I can get all my influence gauge back. So this is our last chance here, I think.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
by
Crawling under the floor.
Just like trying everything by now.
You see, I had a light.
Like, I just don't care.
The culprit sneaked
In during the seance.
by
Crawling under the floor.
I'm just gonna see what happens when we run out of time.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light. Light? You mean candle?
I
Keep us flashlight.
Does this auto-fail? Yes. Right? Because that's what it means when it fades out. Okay, yes, good. I want my influence gauge back. Thank you.
Is this...
Not gonna change it to easy. Because that's not gonna change what the question is at all.
The
It's
culprit
not
sneaked in
all in
during
the
the
corner.
seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they
It
even...
has to be... It couldn't have been this. It couldn't have been that one. He is not loose before the seance. There's dry blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. Hole in the corner. Hole that was in the corner of the same space so you can see what was dropped there.
See if they were under the floor.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see,
That is it. Okay. Maybe it's because of what was dropped under there, which the truth bullet did not fucking tell us what was dropped under there, so that's good.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
Okay. Thank you.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
so a light was not shined
That was
under
not
the floor,
explained clearly
which means
enough.
You cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You've accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel so...
I neither want nor need your pity.
Yeah.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
Agreed.
It's difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
When would they have done that?
That sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Right.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
Right.
So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
Yes.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Impossible.
If she wasn't killed when the room was dark, it was a different time.
What's the Monokuma file?
Time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Thank you.
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Here we go. I'll stop debate. What we got? Stone, the cage, the sheet, the
When
statue.
Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
Oh,
When
good.
Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
I wonder
So
whose that
fast,
was.
No one saw.
I wonder whose that one is.
Oh my!
Who
Please.
lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit!
There's no doubt!
Look at that face. It's a rainbow. Brilliant.
When Tenko got
Show the markers. Show this stuff, please. During the seance, Tenko had been crouched over the iron cage, with her forehead over the stone. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. There's blood in the back around the metal sheet, but there is no hole in the fabric. Is that the one? These maybe the sheet, because there is no hole in the fabric. There's blood on the back and around the middle of the sheet. Okay. Get back for this and see the
it wasn't during the seance.
and see the weak points again.
She was under the cage the whole time.
She was dead when the cage was lifted.
Hmm.
What about moment
Cage was lifted.
Ooh, like that.
When
Thank
Cage
you.
lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Please.
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no
I think it's Gonta's weak point. That's the one we have to hit. But the way she...
When Tenko got killed, it...
What does it say about the cage again? What was on the bottom of the cage?
wasn't.
It could not have been done at any other time.
Show me what Gonta said again, please.
She was dead when the cage was lifted. What about moment
Cage was lifted.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Wrong.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted.
Tell us why.
Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it.
Oh, it's that. The fact that the cloth had the
That
blood on
cloth
it,
was
and of
removed
course the cloth
before
was
the
taken
cage
off
was lifted.
before the cage
If
was
Tenko
lifted.
was
Yes.
stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
Yeah, I got you now. Got you now.
But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
What do you got for us? What do you got for us?
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
God, where are the controls again? Guess count with left and truthful right. Okay, I got you now. Marker, floorboard, cage,
Tenko
sickle.
died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage! They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
Mm-hmm.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gap.
She wasn't sitting, was she?
In which case...
Wrong button. It's F1. No, F2. Yes, she was crouching, not sitting.
The person who
So it
lifted
is
the
this
sheet
one.
is the culprit. And that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words.
Oh, I hit a V-spot on accident. And I got an achievement for that. Veni Vidi Vicky. Great.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
It's chapter 3, and that's the first time I've hit a
She was
V-spot,
bent
wasn't
over
it?
her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Great.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh.
How embarrassing!
She likes it though.
If Shuichi
Just
is
look at her.
right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
And there's no hole.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
Oh god. Kaito's triggered.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking
Yep,
about?
yep, there he
That's
goes.
impossible.
There he goes.
You don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Sis.
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
Great.
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
Interruption.
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the
Oh.
cage.
Kaito's gonna be like, what?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
They would need to show me the question. Who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage? They wouldn't need to... Oh god, I need a bit of a repeat there. Always my favorite parts, the ones where I have to select a specific someone. Ah, god. I need to pay attention a little better to what was being said there. Was it somebody who was involved in the seance or no? Hmm. I don't know, I have this gut feeling. I'm just gonna go with my gut for now. No, okay. Okay, I had like a gut feeling because she was small and involved in the seance, so... Okay, I need a repeat. I need a repeat of the question. Not the question, like what Maki said about someone being able to fit in there. Like, that they wouldn't need to do the thing, right? This confuses me. This one could it have been suicide? Could it have been suicide? I don't know if I'm feeling that, but I'll give it a shot. It was. Okay.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
Right.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
Right, okay, I
If
gotcha.
it's suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out.
I was just making Yumiko because, you know, involved in the seance and she's small, so she might have been able to fit in there. I don't know what's wrong with me.
It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Tell us.
There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Right.
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
That is correct. Okay, it's laggy.
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us
Oh.
down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait.
Kichi knows his lies.
Tenko's li-
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive...
Save coming up soon. I think the save's coming up soon. Going by this
Naive?
kind of talk.
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Maki roll.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from
Maki's
different
running the show
backgrounds.
now.
So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
Are we getting a scrum?
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
Is just a debate. I thought we were going to get a scrum this time. The file, cage child, last moments,
So
hole in
far,
the corner.
suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Cool effect for those layers
the
there.
last of her strength,
Blast of her strength.
she threw the sickle underneath the floor.
Let me Monokuma file. The victim was stabbed in the back of the neck, resulting in death. But did she die instantly? That's what I want to know. Did she die instantly?
All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide seems to be the best.
Are we supposed to
explanation.
lie here or something? Not sure. I mean, that discussion with Maki does make me think that's a possibility
Her
here.
plan was to...
There's the cage child. I don't think that's it. What else was it?
take us down.
Tenko and hole in the corner. I don't think it's a hole in the corner. Injury to the back of the neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. Okay, I think what I gotta do is lie with the last moments. I think that's what I gotta do here.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And it.
Finally,
Yep, that was it.
I'll reveal the truth.
Okay,
Tenko couldn't have thrown
so
the
we're gonna
sickle on
lie
the floor
about her having died instantly. She did not.
because she died.
Yeah,
instantly.
okay. Okay, I gotcha. I figured that one out. I'm sure Maki has an idea what's going on here.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
Definitely, sure.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
That's why we wanted to ask her about it.
Maki,
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
Right.
what?
Got her on her side.
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Great.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better
Kaito's
apologize
latching
to
onto
Shuichi.
this as well.
Excuse me?
it's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle.
Could get this out of the way.
Knowing that,
No more,
the
no more
theory that she killed
suicide.
herself just
No more talks of that type.
Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
There was the noise. There was the random noise in the middle of it. This is gonna be select the evidence. Oh no, no, we're going into a debate. When's the thing coming up? Child, the sound,
Did anything seem
magic
out of the
circle.
ordinary during the
What was the
seance?
other one? Cross
There is
piece.
something
I think it's the
about
sound.
the fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall, I think.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally...
Let me read the... Someone was completely dark. Do we have to just agree with her on that?
My
Is
job
that
was
it?
to relight the candles.
That seems too simple.
Moving along the walls was seriously
It
tough.
seems too simple.
Didn't it seem out of
the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange. Now that I think about it.
While we were singing the song, I heard
Yes. Okay. That's all. Simple enough, that one.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
What was that about?
it sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Could have been from below. The other thing that happened in the dark. What was that? It was during the investigation. The other thing that happened during it. Let me see that question again. What caused the sound that was heard during the seance? Dog never fell, didn't it? I don't think it did. It couldn't have fallen, couldn't it? Give it one try. We're still on high health. Yeah, no. It didn't fall. Right, yeah.
I was wrong!
What else caused it then? Broken. Looks like someone purpose cut. Did that happen during it? It was not loose before the seance.
This is it!
Yeah, okay. It was that being moved.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard
Just gotta
came loose
try
at some
some
point
stuff,
during
you know?
the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
Alright then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Right? You got another debate going now? That was quick. The sound, circle, crosspiece, dried
So what
blood.
made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No, we
But
already
that
tried that,
statue
you
was
know.
still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. Gosh, God! It's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball!
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid! Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Are you so proud of that? Find the facts.
So what made the floorboard come
Soundering
loose?
Sands, not gonna be that. Magic Circle, I don't think it's that. Magic Circle was trampled on. Well, that was caused by us trampling on the circle, right? Cross piece. Only the portion that's isn't broken because there's some purpose to cut it. Quite far from where Tenko's blood is dripping. The cross pieces that support loose forward.
Judging from the sound,
feel
there
like
must
it's
have been
gonna be
considerable force.
that.
Someone who participated in the seance.
What connects to the
Maybe that
cross
person
piece
tore off the
here?
floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
That's obviously not
But that
anything to do
statue
with
was
this.
still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Stomped for the
A floorboard
floorboard.
that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous.
There's the cage
God,
covering
it's
the
like I'm the only one
floorboard.
here who's staying on the
Right.
ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
There's the guy saying, "Oh, here it comes."
So what made the floorboard?
Which of those connects here with one of these? What do you think about this? I still feel like it's the cross piece here. The cross pieces that support the loose floorboard in the room the seance is held in. Only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. It wasn't broken naturally, looked like somebody had purposely cut it. But when was it cut? When was it cut? Quite far from it. Stripping. What was the other thing that was here? Magic circle, yeah. Yeah, it couldn't have been that. It has to be one of these two. It has to be one of these two. Yeah, Soundering Sands doesn't have anything to do with this. Well, it does, but it's not the thing we're using. The small amount of blood that was on the ground under the floor in the sense. It was quite far from where Tenko's blood was dripping. Wait a second. Step from the portion that's for the floor. That happened during the investigation. Yeah, the dry blood was there before Kokichi was around. So it's not that. It's not what I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I'm gonna try some stuff.
That wouldn't make such a loud
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
I think it's gotta be the cross piece of the dry blood and one of these. It must be one of these two here,
Hide under floor.
like Gonta's and
Then
or the
stood
other
up
person.
with such might.
No, okay. Explain this. Yeah, if the culprit hit their on that tough floor, but they would be dead, right?
Oh no!
So what
Right,
made the
okay.
floorboard
I
come loose?
gotcha. So,
Judging from
what's
the
the
sound,
last
there must
one
have
then?
Maybe that person tore the
Tore off the floorboard.
statue fell over.
It could be that. It could be that. If we look at the cross piece, but that would have happened beforehand, right? Stomp for the floorboard. Yeah, I don't think it's that either. Okay, I'm gonna try this then. We're running out of time. We're running out of time here.
Judging from the sound, there must have been
considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that
Listen to us the floorboard.
No. Okay. Yeah, in total darkness, right. Okay.
Oh no!
Yeah, okay, so it couldn't have been that if it was specifically during seance.
Judging from the
They
sound.
stomped on it. This wouldn't have done the crosspiece though, right? The portion that supports wasn't broken. Looks like somebody had purposely cut it. Would that have anything to do with that? Yeah, this still really confuses me, and I feel like we're gonna end up running out of time before I can use up all my options here.
But
that statue is still on top of the cage. Culprit hide under floor.
Then
Stood up with such might.
there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through
The floorboard.
Okay, it is that one. There we go.
Agree.
I feel like I should have known that immediately, since Miu didn't actually deny that specifically.
The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
She just said, why would you stomp on the floorboard?
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure, first time we go to empty room.
Yeah, but it was cut after
When we
that
first
point,
saw
wasn't
the
it?
room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
It's on the other end of the floorboard. Ah. Okay, I gotcha now. Because she was on the other side of it, someone who was in the room could have, let me just see what they're gonna say. And once again, but, oh, they're on their side. There's some of them are sideways now. What happened to when the loose forward was stepped on? Flipped. It would flip, right? What did it start with W? Trying to think of what will start us off here. I think it's E. No, yeah, no. Okay, no E. No E. Thank you. Right. Here's the A. Okay, give me a new letter. Give me a new letter. F. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know about this one. Show me the stuff again. There's another E. Come on with that. Okay. I got you now. Give me an A. I didn't see an A. Give me an A. There's an A. That was a W right here. I just need to make sure that. And then the second word is going to be effect. E-F-F-E-C-T. Okay. Alright. Give me an F. There's an F. This is an F. That's an F. Give me an E. E. C. Give me a C. There's a C. And there's a T.
I see
Took me a while to get that. Longer than it should have.
The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Huh? A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Right.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
It's seesaw, cage of blood, and the white fabric. So the one place the sickle equipment is consistently on is going to be a place choice. What was the sickle when Tenko was killed? Between the victim and the floorboard. What was the sickle when Tenko was killed? What does it mean by between the victim and the floorboard? No. Yeah.
I was wrong!
Gonna need to get some of this health back. Was it next to the cage? We would have seen it was next to the cage. Nah, well it couldn't have been on top. It couldn't have been on top of the cage, right? We would have. Yeah. It wasn't top of the cage. What?
I was wrong!
Yeah, I need an explanation for this. I don't get this. I don't get this.
That's it!
I'm gonna need a bit more help than that.
The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down.
Oh yeah, if you had explained that to me before, I would have gone that if the blade was facing down, it would have pierced her from above, wouldn't it? Yeah.
The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage.
Yeah, it was below the thing. That wasn't explained clearly enough for me.
Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place.
So it would have been someone involved in the seance.
Handle was thick, which made
That's
the statue walk,
certain,
and the
I
statue's
think.
weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over.
Okay, I got you now. I got you now. Didn't understand there.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position, but with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? Fucking crazy!
The craziness
As are
is what
most
really
of
makes
the
killing game fun,
kills in
you
this
know?
game. Yeah, thank you.
They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Ooh, he's going right in with this.
It was you, wasn't it?
The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
So hey, maybe I was right the first time.
Capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
And of course, she was the one who suggested the middle room.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room.
Exactly.
That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance, and suggested the middle room.
When's the checkpoint gonna be? When is that gonna
She led
be?
us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko. All according to plan.
So my first guess, which had nothing to do with any of the evidence shown afterwards, was correct.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
She was too close. She was too close to Tenko. Enough to try to take suspicion off of her, so I was like, no.
Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
I don't think I've seen that face of Kokichi's before. Is that a new one?
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Himiko?
She didn't know. She didn't know what she did. Okay, here's the checkpoint. There we go. Thank you. Did she not know that she killed Tenko until it was too late? Is that it? Is that what you're implying here? Just do a quick save there. So yeah, I guess that'll be that for this time. So next time we're gonna find out what happened with Angie. More stuff with Angie. I don't care what you're doing with your intermission segment. I won't be caring until I'm probably gonna record the next episode on Saturday. So yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. Next time we'll conclude the trial. Did Himiko do it or not? And who killed Angie? We'll find out then. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.